Why does a mind remain entangled in the outer world? Why do we chase success only to crave silence? In India, 6,000 years ago, a journey inward began, a path of transformation, of discipline, of liberation. It was called yoga. In a world full of noise, yoga begins in silence. More than movement, more than breath, it is a sacred path to inner stillness. Born from ancient wisdom, yoga was never just for the body. It was meant to awaken the soul. As science now uncovers what sages always knew, we return to the roots to rediscover yoga not just as a practice but as a way of being. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhayoho samo bhutvaha samatvam yog uchyate. Meaning, be steadfast in yoga, O Arjun. Perform your duty, abandoning all attachment, remaining balanced in success and failure. Such equanimity is called yoga.
This year, the theme is Yoga for One Earth, One Health. Being from the nation which gave yoga to the world, I invite all countries to participate.
In a world that constantly pulls you outward into noise, notifications, and never-ending demands, have you paused to ask, when was the last time you looked within? We hustle to reach the summit, only to miss the serenity, the quiet of contentment.
But thousands of years ago, India discovered a different path, a path that did not begin with movement, but with stillness, not in noise, but in quiet.
That path is yoga. Yoga is not a posture or a pose. Yoga is philosophy. It is India's timeless gift to the world, a science of the soul, a path to unity, and a call for harmony in a divided world. Join me as we explore the past, the practice, the people, and the profound power of yoga.
Yoga means union. Union of body and breath, of self and soul. It is not just an exercise. Yoga is a lifestyle, a realization. In this sacred journey, we explore not just postures and breath, but the timeless wisdom that guides us back to the stillness within. Yogaschita vritti nirodha. Yoga is the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. But before one even steps onto the mat, yoga begins with the inner foundation, the mastery of yam and niyam, the ethical and moral pillars of the practice. Yam includes 5 eternal principles: ahimsa, non-violence; satya, truthfulness; asatya, non-stealing; brahmacharya, self-restraint; aparigraha, non-possessiveness. These are not rules but values, guiding lights for a yogic life. Once grounded in them, we move to asana, the posture, but not for performance. As sage Patanjali said, Sthira Sukham Asanam. The best posture is one that brings steadiness and ease. When the body becomes still, we proceed to pranayam, conscious breath regulation, awakening prana, the vital life force. Yoga is not just movement, it is a return to the union with the divine.
yoga in its various forms is compatible with every kind of lifestyle, whether it be Western or Eastern or any other type. So, yogic science is universal and it is rooted in truth and personal experience. It is free from dogma, it is free from religious sectarianism, it is free from false beliefs. All that yoga asks an individual to do is apply the principles and prove it for yourself.
To understand where yoga is going, we must first understand where it began.
Long before modern poses in urban studios, long before even recorded history, yoga was quietly taking root in the soil of an ancient civilization. These stones may be silent now, but once they echoed with chants, meditations, and a way of life deeply in tune with the cosmos.
Yoga is not new. It is perhaps the oldest path we've ever walked towards inner freedom. Let's trace this journey through time.
Yoga's roots lie deep in the Harappan civilization. Meditative seals, yogic postures, and river rituals. It shaped the hymns of the Rig Veda and evolved into a quest for truth in the Upanishads. Buddha practiced dhyana. Jain Tirantankaras meditated in stillness, and sage Patanjali brought it all together, codifying it into the Yoga Sutras. Patanjali described the 8 limbs of yoga: yam, niyam, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi. Together, they form a sacred map from discipline to enlightenment. Pranayam brings breath into rhythm. Dhyan or meditation calms the turbulent mind. And samadhi, the ultimate union with the infinite.
Paramahansa Yogananda, author of the classic Autobiography of Yogi, he said that one should be actively calm and calmly active. So that is what yoga gives us. We can be calm while remaining active, and we can achieve calmness whenever we want it.
Today, yoga is often seen as movement, asanas, postures, fitness. But that's just one branch of a much deeper tree. The real journey of yoga begins not on the mat, but within. Over 2000 years ago, sage Patanjali gave in a complete roadmap, a path of 8 limbs. Each limb is a step inward, from discipline to meditation to liberation. What begins as practice slowly becomes presence, and what starts with breath leads to bliss.
Our ancestors mapped the subtle energies of the human form. The body flows with 3 nadis, Ida, Pingala, and Sushmna. Ida, the moon channel; Pingala, the sun channel; Sushmna, the central divine channel. Sushmna opens during twilight, midnight, and midday, and fully opens with Kundalini. The serpent of awakening rises. Chakras are not metaphors, they are energetic centers. Yoga teaches us Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande. What exists in the body exists in the cosmos. Prana, the cosmic force, flows through us, alternating between the nostrils. Lunar energy via Ida, solar energy via Pingala. When we perform Suryabhedi Pranayam in winter, body heat rises. Chandrabhedi cools us in the summers. This isn't mysticism, it's experiential science. Yoga reminds us the body is a temple and silence the supreme sound. Foreign invasions sought to silence yoga. Scrolls burned, temples looted, but the yogis did not resist with swords. They retreated into the forest. They preserved yoga through silence, through breath. By the 19th century, the West awakened. Yoga emerged from the shadows onto the world stage.
Today, yoga has achieved worldwide acceptance. It is popular all over the globe. No matter which country you go to, West, East, North, South, in every country you will find devoted practitioners of some kind of yoga, be it Hatha Yoga or Dhyana Yoga or Jnana Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. You find practitioners of yoga everywhere.
Modern science now confirms what sages knew. Yoga transforms not just the body, but the brain and the soul. Just 12 minutes of daily yoga over 6 weeks can reduce depression and anxiety by over 30%, improve resilience, and enhance mental health.
It has helped me with my mental health. It has helped me with my physical health. I'm able to deal with stress in a more contained, in a more calmer and proportioned manner. I'm not all over the place. I know how to deal with what do I need to start with first. So, yoga helped me figure that out. It helped me what's not working well for me right now. How do I work through that? It can also be a lot of mental headspace as well that works towards that. So helping me make sure I'm able to deal with it positively. I wasn't very comfortable with my body, and I was having very negative thoughts. I was able to turn those negative thoughts into positive affirmations, and how do I feel better about my body?
During the course of 3 years, I feel like I just feel much better. My body is more flexible, and you are surprised. Even the stiffest muscles can also be stretched over the time. But I believe yoga also helps to relieve stress and tensions. So in yoga, we believe that you have to breathe mindfully. So it actually is a powerful tool to relieve tensions and stress and anxiety.
Yoga's power lies in 4 key elements: movement, breathwork, self-regulation, and spiritual awareness. Together, they activate systems physically, mentally, spiritually. Neuroscience now reveals yoga enhances neuroplasticity, regulates genes, boosts immunity, and reduces inflammation. It is not just spiritual, it is biological. When energy flows freely through the nadis, wellness follows. Modern saints carried yoga westward. Swami Vivekananda spoke in Chicago. Yogananda's autobiography of a yogi became scripture for seekers. Yoga is no longer an ancient myth. It is a living, breathing science of transformation. Today, yoga is a rich tapestry of styles. Vinyasa for flow, Iyengar for alignment, Yin for stillness, hot yoga for detox, from hearth to Ashtanga, from restorative to power yoga. Each path leads inward. Even New Age practices like face yoga and Hasta Mudras are reshaping wellness, proving beauty is not skin deep, it is soul deep. In a world chasing eternal youth, face yoga offers a gentle, natural path. Through mindful movements, breath, and touch, it awakens the dormant muscles of the face, releasing stress held in expressions, softening fine lines, and inviting a radiant inner glow. Not just beauty, but serenity reflected on the face.
The fast-paced world produces a lot of tension, heartache, and is leading to several diseases. Whereas practicing yoga, especially when you understand that yoga is not only physical exercises, that means not only hatha yoga but also meditation, then a combination of this physical and the meditation component of yoga, if practiced daily, can keep us healthy, calm, centered and focused, and that will help us to achieve all the goals in life.
In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate, meaning yoga is balance in success and failure. Lord Krishna says maintaining balance, calm, and inner stability regardless of external circumstances is yoga. When Prime Minister Narendra Modi proposed International Yoga Day at the UN, 177 nations stood together. June 21st became more than a date. It became a declaration of unity.
योग हमारी पुरातन पारंपरिक अमूल्य देन है। योग मन व शरीर, विचार व कर्म, संयम व उपलब्धि की एकात्मता का तथा मानव व प्रकृति के बीच सामंजस्य का मूर्त रूप है। यह स्वास्थ्य व कल्याण का समग्र दृष्टिकोण है। योग केवल व्यायाम भर न होकर अपने आप से तथा विश्व व प्रकृति के साथ तादात्म्य को प्राप्त करने का माध्यम है। यह हमारी जीवन शैली में परिवर्तन लाकर तथा हम में जागरूकता उत्पन्न करके जलवायु परिवर्तन से लड़ने में सहायक हो सकता है। आइए हम एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस को आरंभ करने की दिशा में कार्य करें।
From Tokyo to Timbuktu, yoga speaks no language, yet it is heard in every heart. This International Yoga Day, take a breath, not just into your lungs, but into yourself. In this noisy world, yoga offers stillness. In division, it offers union. In chaos, it offers peace. Yoga does not end when the mat is rolled away. Its true journey begins when we take its wisdom into our lives. In every breath, a return to the self. In every still moment, a gateway to the divine. As the world rushes forward, yoga invites us to pause, to remember who we truly are. This is not just a practice, this is a path to home. Yoga is a path to reach the stage of zero, where only stillness, tranquility, and peace remain. Yoga was born in the heart of India, but today it beats in the hearts of millions across the world. A sacred science that travels from the Himalayas to humanity, from ancient sages to modern souls.
It was Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision that brought yoga to the global stage, transforming a timeless tradition into an international celebration. One day, one breath, one world, united in stillness. So as we roll up our mats and return to our routines, let us carry its true essence with us. A quieter mind, a kinder heart, and a deeper awareness of the self and the other. Because yoga is not about becoming someone else, it's about coming home to yourself.